Are we close enough to the camera for you everybody to see? We're gonna have to go to times for Zoom. Sorry for the pixelation ahead of time, but this is what we're working with. So today we are channeling from the ethereal realms. As you can tell here, there's a nice juicy face here. Now if you want to see him a little bit further, you can see more details. Just there's a crowd here forming as we are about to start our secondary show. This is just a warm-up exercise. Let's go ahead and start and stop talking. Wow, such an intense reading. Did you catch all of that? And did you catch our fractal dragon in the middle of the chaos? Or are you seeing the innocent child right here, covered in all sorts of crazy things in this fractal realm? Now we are going to go over to our left hand and do a warm-up session. Alright. Now we're going to go to a dangerous method called dual wielding. Where did my pen go? There it is. Alright, we're going to do something more complicated while we remove our logo branded pen caps and go with just the stock ink capsule. Oh dear lord. It's sweaty hands. There we go. We got sweaty hands and we're going to try to do this and hopefully our paper doesn't go crazy on us. I don't know. Alright, let's try this out. Now that we're warmed up, oh dear lord. An exercise of hands and elbows to check them all out. And we'll zoom out so you can see the full experience of a zoomed out face. And if we zoom in here, you can see the more details. Notice how when you zoom out, you see the overall picture, and when you zoom out, you see individual little people all the way down here. Look at that beast right there, so beautiful. Isn't that crazy how this works? You can hire me, by the way, if you ever want this done on a personal level. This is curtisallison.com. curtisallison.com. Alright, let's go back into our zoomed in mode, and I'm sure you're going to 1x4 for an actual good experience here, so let's go ahead and get zoomed in. If you would like to buy me a better camera, please do so. I do need a phone upgrade as it is falling apart. quite literally being held together with duct tape. And that's not a lie. Actually, can I just record this now? Look at this thing. It's fully upgraded with more duct tape, so it doesn't fall apart. Oh, dear lord, how does this thing work exactly? Ah, there we go. Now, if we would... Sorry for the wizardry interruptions. We tech wizards sometimes have a little bit of problems with all sorts of weird energies. So you've seen what we call the drum drawing, which are these ones. We can do dual wielding, we can do left-handed, we can do right-handed, and it doesn't really matter that much. However, have you ever seen two done at the same time for drum drawing? We also do scripture work, which can sometimes look a little bit more like this, of the fractal runs and such. We have the ability to do the higher runs, however, sometimes it's just really fun doing the lower runs with all the noise. And here you'll find some beings standing right here. You'll find an eye over here. You'll find some landscapes. Or perhaps from a more zoomed out perspective, you'll see something that I don't currently. Now we'll break out into some scripture for a little bit of a break here. I'm going to need a finer tipped pen. 1 moment, proud how I look for a pen in my collection of pens. Oh dear lord. Somebody has moved my pen. So I guess we're going to have to go with the weird pen for now. Not to worry, not to worry at all. Oh dear me, I'm panicking. I have said scripture, but it turned into drumming. Now I'm going to scripture. Oh dear me, I almost broke the pen. Now flip it around. Oh, that's a whole new perspective. Do you see the dragon hidden here? Or do you see the bigger dragon right here? Or do you see the dragon going the other direction, starting down here? Do you see all of this? An even bigger perspective, the top of the teeth and the bottom of the jaw. Anyways, take it how you will. You can see it a billion different ways. It's a glorious thing about fractal realms. Anyways, not to be evil or anything. It's just really enjoyable for me. But you know, I also do some comic art work for IW Comics. So if you'd like to see a more calm version of this, in a more simplified version. You can view it there. I believe I have some artwork next to me. Ah, yes. We did a collab recently, and this is my work over here, and this is their work over here. So, and there's some of my scripture, more simplified version of the scripture, and this is a more complicated version of the scripture, combined with some drum drawing in this region. You can usually tell if it's drum drawing if you just flip on the page, and it has all sorts of crazy amount of textures, which now I have a download of an idea to try. I think it'd be a marvelous, fun idea. So I guess you guys are going to see a little bit of that stuff behind the scenes to see how this works. I don't think it's going to give me a texture that I want necessarily. However, using pencil lead could give me that shiny look on the back that amplifies the bumpy texture, which it kind of does on the more serious bumps, but overall I'll figure out something that works a little better. It's this paper. Now we're going to go, oh, there's a beak right here and a dragon eye. Anyways, there's another dragon ring. I'm seeing so many dragons. I hope you are too. If not, then do a third eye cleanse, you'll probably see it. And drink lots of raw cacao with no sugar. And if you must, add honey, and it will help you so much with your seeing journey. Now, if we would just take on some elevator music. Okay, there we go. We have our scripture written down. I'm not going to tell you the symbols that are in it. What you are seeing is meant for your eyes only, as everybody will probably see a completely different image, and that is basically the point. So make of it what you will, see of it what you will. Be mesmerized or see absolutely nothing but scribbles. And if you see nothing but scribbles, then I highly recommend a third eye cleanse. And changing your perspective and being open to new possibilities, even warping the page and see how everything changes. And how it works in a different realm is, well, imagine this in 3D and being in the middle of all this. It's even more crazy. But have it. Notice how your perspective changes just on this. And think, this is only 2 dimensions. Adding a whole 3rd dimension of doing this, oh boy. And then on top of that, if I were to collapse the space between them, you'd start seeing different images altogether, almost like a mirror. Like such. Now I could say this is totally unintentional, but it's not really pre-planned, it's just working with chaos. Anyways, order your drawing today at curtisallison.com. And get it from a Grandmaster Scribe who has worked his whole life and several generations, and yeah, it's a long story. So, have fun!